unregimented.
ChristopherMedia.net.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, have you noticed how everyone's grammar is completely awful now? Like, you know, the texting and the LOLs. Whatever happened to punctuation? I mean, drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name and price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthma Core Studios near Detroit, Michigan. It's unregimented.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
And now, here are your hosts.
All right, Cinco de Mayo. Chris.
I'm Aaron. I'm Rich.
I'm the Iceman.
The Iceman plus antibodies, right? Like you're all better, right?
Twice.
You got it twice?
Yep, I had to stay home 14 days once. I'm at the end of my 7th day this time.
Oh, what happened?
I got it again.
Now, are you sure you got it again, or are you sure it just it didn't linger and you thought it went away and then it just came back for one little?
No, it went away because I was good for a week, but not this past weekend. But the weekend before, I got some symptoms going again. And had to go to my doctor. My work was like, get out. They sent me home for 7 days. And I'm like, oh, this is horse shit. I don't have it again. And my doc's like, you might have it again. You don't have it severe enough where I could test you, but you're showing signs and you got the symptoms. I do see you have an ear infection and there's an infection in your stomach. And like, what the hell?
You're just a walking cesspool. What the fuck what have you been doing with yourself?
I know, right? Working in a pharmacy. You know, everybody's like, oh, the medical heroes and first responder hero. Yeah, motherfucker, we got to see them when they're all done. When they're all done, the medical heroes, the first responders, all of them people, they come to me. Every one of them. They need it. The aspirins. They need Tylenol. They need opioids. There I am.
Gee, you almost sound like a drug dealer.
Oh, I am absolutely a drug
I'm your
dealer.
friend if you need a mini thin.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting because that was like one of the first things that we started hearing about this virus was, well, once you get it and your body builds up an immunity to it, then you're not going to get it again. And
here, I'll tell you this. If you build up an immunity and you have the antibodies, and I do, by the way, it won't progress. You'll get it, but it won't progress. I won't get like deathly ill where it's in my chest and I'm gonna like, oh no, ventilator or I'm dead.
Well, I do want to say like that. It seems the silver lining to your particular case is, weren't you told you had like the beginnings of something respiratory going on like a year or so ago, and you still managed to come through this?
I have beginning stages of COPD,
okay, I just wanted you to say
diabetic, and I'm everything. I'm everything. Mm-hmm. But since then, I've lost 50 pounds.
Whoa!
I've cut my smoking down, and everything's registering normal now.
Be more Midwest, by the way. You didn't quit. You cut your smoking down.
Well, yeah. Hey, I'm probably eventually quit, but I don't.
I get it.
I'm not a quitter. What do you...
Man, look, I've known people who've kicked heroin and quit smoking, and they said, I almost rather kick heroin again.
Well, it's
right. What's that?
Dude, they let you have cigarettes in rehab. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, they do. In fact, if they didn't, rehabs would be empty.
Well, yeah, it'd be full of dead bodies. People killing each other. Crazy. No one ever completes a treatment. They all kill each other.
You'll... with this COVID, you'll get it, and it's going to go one of two ways. You're either going to die or you need help coming back, or you have an immunity or antibodies or whatever the hell they call that, and you're just going to get some symptoms of it and, take a couple of antibiotics and you're good to go. But during that time, when you have those symptoms, do not go around other people, because if you infect them and their immune system isn't as strong as you, they're screwed.
Well, absolutely. That's one of the things that I was more concerned about with the nature of my job is that, I deal with a lot of older people, shut-ins, people who got health conditions, and I don't want to get anybody sick. I mean, I delivered to a guy who's started chemo a couple months ago. Like, I just want to throw his shit from the street. I don't even want to get close to his house because I'm afraid, what if I'm asymptomatic? But I coughed and I didn't wash my hands and I forgot about it and I passed it on to him. That could kill a guy in that situation. I don't want that on my conscience.
Yeah. I have this commercials all talking about non-contact delivery. I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
It means just drop it at your door.
You pay with a credit card, or you put the cash in an envelope and stick it in the mailbox or something, and you just go up. If you pay with a credit card, it's already paid for. If not, you grab the envelope. You put stuff on. Usually they have a table or a chair. Put the stuff on the table or the chair. Knock on the door. Walk away. I try to stay and make sure that they come out and get it before I leave. But if I'm slammed, I can't do that. So that's no contact.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can honestly see that becoming a big thing with food delivery from here on out. Because there's so many fucking germaphobes out there that I'm surprised this hasn't been an option before now.
Yeah, I finally popped my food delivery cherry the other day after 8 weeks. And the Jimmy John's driver, they still handed me my stuff. I mean, too, it was like that we're both doing hey, here you go. You guys know the motion I'm making right now where I'm holding my hand away from me and my thumb, my forefinger like tweezers. Oh, okay, cool, thanks. She had a mask on and but she was also one of those people that had all right, people, I saw this meme and I agree with it. If you don't have your nose covered, it's like wearing a condom without a tip on it.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Well,
there's so many pictures of people with their nose hanging out of their mask.
I don't. It's because it's hot.
That's not how this works. I don't care. I wear fogs on my glasses. It doesn't matter. You know what I like, Earl? Living.
No, I'm
right.
You,
yeah, that's no excuse.
That's why.
Hot weather makes my balls stick to the side of my leg, but that doesn't mean I take my shorts off.
Yeah, it means, the weather's hot. So much for pants. See you in September. Yeah. Well, sorry, I sidetracked us, but yeah, it just bothers the fuck. I saw a on the news, someone who works for the Detroit police wearing his fucking mask like that. I was like, wow, man. Wow. You're on TV right now. You don't realize how this looks?
For someone not to say something?
Yeah.
Dude, you might want to pull that mask up over your nose. Come on, man.
That's how they wear them in the hood, okay? You got to cock a little sideways and pull it down.
Well, better believe they better have sagging masks. All right?
So wait a minute. So if the nose is uncovered, that means they're a blood, and if the mouth is uncovered, that means they're a Crip. Kind of like when they got one leg up, east side, other leg up.
No, east side and west side's when they got their ears covered. The right ear is the east and left ear is west.
My whole point. My issue wasn't with the driver handing me the food. It was like, hey, you're not wearing your mask right, so this is pointless if you do no contact delivery. So I have yet to get anything no contact, because that weed delivered, it wasn't no contact either. People are still handing me things.
Ooh!
Am I doing something wrong?
You had weed delivered? What the fuck? I mean, I know it's available, but wait, you can't drive to the? Don't they have curbside pickup?
Yeah, but
it's essential. Damn it!
We're in the age of the Rona. You bring it to me. I paid him extra.
I know you did. It's a $125 minimum order to get it delivered from the one around here.
Mine's a little different because it's medical. My minimums are different. There was no fee, but still, I tipped him. I made it worth his while. I'll throw you a little extra because I don't want to bring my ass out the house. I will pay for the convenience.
I once a week hit the dispensary, and I always keep the change, guys. And I pretty much always get the same thing, so it's pretty much always it works out to be like $4 or $5. I mean, shit. They're running in and out of that motherfucker. Believe me, the line is long constantly. I've shown up all hours they're open, and it's busy. So yes, Earl, weed is essential.
Man, you and Aaron just keep telling me stories that I'm just gonna keep getting my card. I wasn't gonna. I got to renew it again in October, and I wasn't. And I keep hearing stories from you and Aaron. I'm just gonna keep renewing that motherfucker. I don't have to deal with lines. I don't have to deal with high prices. I mean, but different podcast. We were telling stories before we started recording about it. Just Aaron's just got a whole bunch of things. If people have lost their damn minds shopping. And I had to go pick up. I went to Walmart this weekend. We need some food. Plus, my mom needed a couple scripts. Apparently, we just think it's over. Like first of all, Walmart packed. Nobody. And this is what I called the good Walmart. All right, this is a few weeks ago, but in this one, nobody in masks. They got stuff on the floor like, hey, 6 feet apart. People right behind me, all up on me. Wearing their mask, half on their face, talking to each other. I wanted to turn and tell these people to back the fuck up and shut the fuck up if you're not going to wear your mask the right way. Do we not understand how this is spread? And Rich, you were saying you were seeing all kinds of retardation this weekend.
Oh yeah, just in two shifts, Friday and Saturday night, I probably saw 5 parties. One of them was at a hotel that they drug a 55-gallon barrel drum out into the parking lot, started a fucking like a burn barrel, and there was like 40 people standing around. I had to deliver to that crowd. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! What are you people fucking? There's never this many people gathered together when we're not in a pandemic." You know what I'm saying? Like,
did I miss a press conference where they gave us the all clear?
That's the American way. That's what I was saying earlier. If we're bored with something, well, then it's over.
Well, then I'm going to tell you what. We ain't going to be bored in about another 2 weeks. We're going to be right back where the fuck we started.
Or you're going to be dead.
Hope you motherfuckers that have politicized the fact that wearing a mask. Like, first of all, this was the best one. Friday night, coming home, I had to stop. I had to get gas. So I'm standing in line at Speedway, and I mean, it's a line that's damn near out the door. People are 6 feet apart, but there's one guy, drunk as shit, no mask, no glove, getting in, like coming up and like talking to people, like getting in their fucking personal area. It's all a bunch of bullshit. This is bullshit. This is a bunch of liberal conspiracy. Make us wear masks and stay home. This shit ain't real. And I'm like, there he is. There's the idiot that's going to kill fucking more people than most serial killers.
This goes back to what I was saying about a couple of situations. People in general, the American people, would rather kill their mother than tell you they're wrong. And the people who don't believe that this pandemic is real, that this virus will kill you, will die, go to that length to show you that they're not wrong.
Well, then we're going to thin the herd. We're going to thinning the herd quickly then.
Oh, absolutely. Darwin in a hurry. Absolutely. But they will go to whatever lengths they need to go to instead of going, maybe I'm not right. Maybe I was wrong. No. As soon as that creeps closer to them as being a possibility, the more they will act out. That's why you see people in Michigan standing in the Capitol building with their guns. We're not wrong. We can carry our guns. We can go out without a mask, and we don't have to stay home. You're right. Sorry about your funeral.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I mean. When the Grim Reaper shows up, have fun.
So once they lift some of the sanctions, if you will, or the restrictions, everybody's like, okay, it's America. We're done. We're bored. It's over.
See, but this is how I know it's a bunch of bullshit. It ain't about what they're fucking protesting about. All right, and if you ain't got that in your head, I don't know what the fuck you're watching. Because the whole protest was over. We want to go motorboating. We want to go golfing. Open up the golf courses. Blah 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 blah. Start landscaping back up. So she did that. So why are they still there protesting? What are you protesting for now? What do you want to do now that you can't do? Because by the way, 4 fucking people I live with went fucking fishing yesterday, all day, at a lake. Didn't come into contact with anybody else. Enjoyed a 77-degree day out in the sun, out in the wilderness, enjoying nature. What could they not do? What needs to be protested? This is what I don't. This is where it's bullshit. It's like you people don't like one. They don't like our governor. Fine, don't like her. I don't give a shit. But you're putting not only your lives but the lives of everyone around you at risk. And you look like a jackass running around with a fucking rifle for no goddamn reason. Besides, I can. Okay, well, great, wonderful, you can. But you look like an idiot.
You can doesn't mean you just should.
Well, that's the thing with the protest. Whereas nobody really had like a good reason for why they were protesting, I still understood the idea of pushing back on this because, in theory, because nobody really knows. And maybe we are overreacting, right? Maybe we're doing undue damage to our economy because we're taking this social distancing thing too far. We just don't know. I'd still rather play on the side of safe, but I'm willing to listen to the other side of that. But it goes beyond that. The political lines have been divided all the way down. It's not just about being divided about how we react to this. It's now whether it's even a threat at all.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Rich, I'm going to tell you like this, man. You take, people with a ton of common sense, you and me, and you explain it to them, and we're like, okay, don't go anywhere I don't need to go. Got it. Yeah, I don't want to die. That's true. It's like going... the wildfires over in California. If you go into that forest, there's a very good chance you're going to burn the fuck up. Now, is it a law? Are we saying you can't? Absolutely not. Go ahead. But we're saying that if you did, you'll probably die. And people want to test that theory. Okay? The second problem they have with this is we have the most unprepared government in the world. Now, you would think they would learn something, but they haven't. They had Katrina. Would they learn? No, I give you Sandy over in the east. That they learned from 9/11. Absolutely not. The things just keep coming, and our government's going, well, shit. For 20 years, for over 20 years, this country and its government on all levels, state, local, federal, have tried to scare the shit out of the population with different pandemics for over 20 years. So finally, here we are in 2020, where there's a big, huge outbreak, and we're not ready.
That's kind of a valid point. Well, for all the fucking times we've been warned about bird flu, Ebola, or whatever the fuck, this is how unprepared we were. Well, maybe they should have done less warning us of shit and getting prepared for shit. How about that?
Right. It's the same logic that we apply to when we hear stories about, so-and-so did a story on coffee or bacon. Turns out coffee's good for you, bacon's bad. No, now flip that. No, now actually this is bad for you, and the combination of coffee and bacon are good. And we're just like, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to eat whatever the fuck I want because you can't make up your mind.
Yeah, Lewis Black did a special on that. It was Lewis Black on Broadway. He said, I'll prove the point right now. Is milk good or bad for you? Okay, I rest my case. That's exactly what happened. He said that to an entirely filled auditorium, and everybody was like, cricket. So that's exactly it. And to top this all off, to make it just completely the uttermost worst thing, they did politicize it. And they turned it into a money grab. The more coronavirus cases you have in your state, the more age you're going to get. So now everybody's dying from corona, even if they had terminal cancer. If they have any type of symptoms that would have aligned itself with corona, bang, you've got a corona death. Turn that in.
The claim is I don't know how factual this is. This is the claim that I heard. Is that when people die, they test them. If they have antibodies, that means they had corona. And they write it down as a corona-related death. And yes, there is something like you get so much federal assistance for every person who's on a ventilator and stuff like that. But that's That's because we're basically declared a disaster area at this point, correct?
Yeah, and
the state of Michigan. When I say we, I mean the state of Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand the idea that some of these people that are being affected by this were going to die, within who knows how long, days, weeks, months. There's no way to know for sure, but they were at the end of their lifetime, right? But we also don't have a system, and I'd be hard pressed to understand what a system like that would look like, where we can just draw a line and go, oh, okay, well, if you're expected to die within the next however many, we'll say 90 days, then you're going to be exempt from this. We're not going to consider you a coronavirus case.
Okay. I'm gonna put this in parallel to you, Aaron.
Sure.
And that'll stop your argument right here. Way back when we were in high school, all right, either you went to special ed or you didn't. Either you were going to graduate or you weren't. All right, but now there's so much money in schools by how many kids you pass, they will pass a person in a coma and give them a diploma because it will make more money for them. They're not going to draw a line for Corona or anything else where they can get money. They won't even attempt. They won't even think about it. They are thinking of how to make more cases, not how to draw a line.
Well,
and that's where you get a problem because you get all of these news reporters and all these news channels going, oh, we got all of these deaths and the pandemic's growing and it's going to spread. And then people find out that these cases, they were terminal. You're padding your stats. And that turns those minds into, you're a fucking liar.
I understand. I understand the padding. The padding of the stats, I understand. And juking of numbers is going to happen no matter what. But the problem that you're identifying, I think, is more just built into our human nature. We're not willing to write off a person at a certain point. We're considering them a viable, alive human being all the way up until the point they die.
Oh, I didn't debate that. What I said was, if somebody's terminal with cancer and then they get corona, it's not a corona death.
See, here's the problem.
I think you just have to count the antibodies, and that's about it. You can't. I don't know where you split those hairs of deciding what percentage of the cause of death was corona related and what was something else.
Well, if I get the coronavirus today and I die in a car accident tomorrow, I'm going to be a corona death. That's not right, dude. I don't care how you slice it. And people with less common sense who goes, oh, you're a fucking liar. That's the people that go out and gather and don't wear masks and come up to Rich at a fucking gas station without a mask going, this is bullshit.
See, this is the problem, though. And this is like with the whole thing with the mask. When this first started, we were flat out told. I watched it with my own fucking eyes and ears, watched it on the news. The news tell anyone within earshot of that TV, don't bother wearing a mask. It's only going to keep if you're sick, it's only going to keep you from getting other people sick. It's not going to protect you. Save them for the first line workers. Save them for the medical workers. Now all of a sudden we got to wear masks.
Right.
When you set that precedent, you put that seed of doubt in a certain type of person's mind, and we get what we got in our capital right now.
I guess, but that seed of doubt was going to be watered by any number of things. And the early calls for not having everybody wear a mask was just like anything else. We were looking at our supplies. We were looking at hospitals possibly being overloaded, and we want to make sure that we have enough actual N95 masks for our healthcare professionals.
Well, see, and that's another thing that what the fuck you call it? Corona truthers? I don't fucking know. What do you call them? Whatever. That these people have come up with it.
Idiots.
Well, look at the hospital numbers. They're nowhere near what was projected. Yeah, because we're fucking doing something about it. You're remembering the most dire of predictions if we did nothing. I remember that 70% of the world will catch this virus. Like up to 5% could die. And that's worst case scenario shit though.
Even the kind of dismissive attitude towards, like, Adam Carolla has been like this lately, listening to his show. He's like, well, maybe our social distancing is a factor in why our hospitals didn't get overloaded, but we'll just never know. Really, we'll just never know. That's like saying, well, maybe, hey, I usually drive home from the bar drunk and I drove home sober. Either way, I didn't get in an accident, so we'll just never know if one was safer than the other. I guess we'll never know.
We go from one corona-related death to possibly another corona-related death.
Right.
Check him for corona. Yeah, there was a six-pack right next to him on the seat. Look, I'm not. Look, I'm a civil. Anyone who listens to this show, anyone who knows me personally, knows that on the vast majority of subjects, I'm a civil libertarian. Do what you want as long as you don't do any harm to anybody else. But that's the caveat here. You are doing harm to other people. The fact that people are getting sick is not up for debate. End of story. I mean, there's no point in having that. Like, people go, well, we have to listen to both sides. No, we really don't. Not on this one. It's like denying the flu exists. We've all had the flu at least once. We know it exists. And at this point, Earl, you're not the only person I know who's tested positive. And more people are testing positive or testing with the antibodies, meaning they had it and beat it, didn't even realize they had it. So that's what irritates me about this. That coupled with the already problem we have with tribalization in this country and the politicization of this entire subject infuriates me because it muddies the fucking waters of what we should be doing.
Unregimented.
ChristopherMedia.net.
You heard you could save big when you bundle home and auto with Progressive, so you went online to check it out. But then you saw a link for a survey about which type of bread you are. And now you're on question 17, barely scratching the surface of your bread identity. You always thought of yourself as a brioche, but are you actually more of a pumpernickel? Ah, yes. They said it was easy to save money bundling with Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Progressive presents The Sounds of the Old World. The year is 2019, and someone is getting up to use the bathroom at the stadium.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, sorry. Excuse me? You mind if I just squeeze by here?
This has been The Sounds of the Old World. Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Unregimented.
Right. Again, I understood the argument for liberty, and I'm willing to hear you out every time that you make that case. But now that, okay, so you're allowed out of your house, you can go do your boating and mow your lawn or whatever the fuck it is you want to do. And now we hear more stories about people being confronted just because they themselves are choosing to take preventative measures and acknowledge that this is something that they're afraid of getting, and they're trying to take preventative measures to keep themselves and others from getting it. You know, one of the most drastic cases, two of them happening here in Michigan, one of them resulting in the death of a security guard. This was at a Family Dollar in Flint, Michigan, and apparently the security guard told a man that was entering the store that he had to wear a mask, and the guy didn't like that answer, and an altercation ensued, and now the security guard's dead. Now he's shot dead because
of what?
Because I don't really know why.
Because they did a job.
I've seen both sides walk into my work. I've seen the people who are really scared. I mean, like, they are covered head to toe. They're not touching nothing. They got gloves. Everything's covered. And then I've seen people walk in just brazen as fuck, pulling out titty and sock money, trying to pay for shit with that. And I'm like, I'm not taking that. First of all, bitch, I ain't taking your saggy, floppy, sweaty ass titty money, or your crotch money, or your fucking sock money in the first place, let alone right now. Are you crazy? But that's the attitude. And when you say something, they're like, oh, you believe this bullshit?
Yeah, I do.
You believe this? It's like, oh, my God.
What does it matter? Isn't it my right? Aren't I expressing my freedoms by choosing to take preventative measures?
And on top of that, let's be honest. What the fuck does it hurt to see someone wearing a mask?
Yeah, it don't hurt you.
If I'm working and I can handle people running in and out of my work with their face covered, and I'm not having panic attacks because I think I'm getting robbed, then you can handle looking at someone in a mask for 5 minutes while you're out. You don't need to say anything. Keep your goddamn cock holster shut and mind your fucking business. Just like you do every fucking day with all the horrendous shit that happens around you, and you're gonna worry about someone wearing a fucking mask. And and you're gonna kill somebody because they told you to put one on because it's store policy not to let you in without one?
Earl, just go hang out next to somebody without a mask on. Nah, dude, it's bullshit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You ain't good.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
You know what, though? I empathize with that security guard. I cannot get into my job at a pharmacy without getting my temperature taken, putting on gloves, and having a mask before I even walk into the building.
Dude, I think that's going to be everywhere. We were talking about it, I think, last week. I think that's going to be everywhere coming out of the other side of this. Like, if you ever want to go to any kind of sporting event ever again, at least for now, or a restaurant, I think that's going to be the norm.
Calvin Munnerlin was this guy's name. He's 43 years old. He was shot in the head.
Jesus Christ.
He was working as a security guard at Family Dollar, and he got in a verbal altercation with a woman because she was not wearing a mask. Footage also shows that immediately after the altercation, the woman left in an SUV. About 20 minutes later, SUV returned. Two men entered the store. One of them yelled at Munnerlin about disrespecting his wife.
Oh, here we go.
You showed him, buddy.
The other man then shot the security guard.
Jesus fucking Christ. Disrespecting my wife. What are you, a fucking child?
Yeah, how old are you? 20 what?
Yeah. The other one at a Dollar Tree, that's my joint, in Holly, Michigan. This is a guy that was entered a Dollar Tree without a mask, was told that, Dollar Tree's policy is they're requiring their customers to wear masks. Again, that is their right to do so. They own the property. Yeah. They have right of refusal of service for whatever reason.
And it is not discrimination. It is public safety, fuckface.
But this guy didn't like it and had an altercation with the employee that it resulted in him, thankfully not shooting anyone, just shooting some snot rockets onto the clerk's shirt.
That guy should be allowed one free one and not get fired. That guy should be allowed to punch that guy and not get fired. I would advocate for that man.
God knows I would too. In fact, I'd hold the fucker while he beat him.
Right?
Get him in the bread basket. Go upstairs. All right, work the body.
And apparently in Oklahoma City, this was such a problem that both the mayor and the city manager agreed that they were going to rescind their policy of retail and food service employees wearing masks, because they had numerous threats of violence against those who were wearing them.
See, that's what I'm saying when I say, shut the fuck up, mind your business, let people...
Yeah.
We need to fucking get to the point of violence because someone's wearing a mask around
Stillwater mayor saying, I knew there would be some objections, but I did not expect physical confrontations with employees and threatening phone calls to the city hall. I hate that our businesses and their employees had to deal with this abuse today, and I apologize for putting them in that situation.
See, to me, the easy way around this, if I'm the president of the local chamber of commerce, I sue him for destroying all of our businesses because the free market will. Because the people in this community sound dumb enough to where they'll now stop patronizing these businesses because there's now not people wearing masks while making their food.
Wait, who gets sued?
The mayor gets sued by the Chamber of Commerce for when all of these businesses are empty because, like I said, I think the citizens of this town will probably be, they're not wearing a mask and making my food, we're not going. I could see them just pulling the reverse on this, and then all these businesses now tank because nobody wants to go there.
Right, but so what's the right call then? I mean, if you're...
The right call is not to cater to a handful of idiots.
Either way. Sure, yeah, I agree with that. I think the better...
Here's the problem, though. It's too late to make the right call. That's what I was trying to tell you in the beginning. We had over 20 years to prepare for this, and we didn't, and we're not. And now we're trying to make it up as we go, and everybody has their own opinion now. It's too late to make the right call.
Yeah, but dude, I get what you're saying.
No, but
at a certain point, you can't sit around bemoaning the fact that you have cancer. You just have to deal with the fact that you have cancer and do what you got to do to try to survive.
Right. We're talking about the survival call for the situation that we're in currently.
I got you, but it's just like with cancer.
Nice to be in a better situation, but
it's just like with cancer. Everybody's going to tell you to smoke weed. It has cancer fighting. Everybody's going to tell you, go to this hospital. They got the best doctor. Use this chemotherapy. They got the best results.
And just like cancer, I would just recommend listening to actual doctors.
Boom.
Buzzing.
Boom. Well, but that's what you're going to face with this now, with COVID, because you fucked up. You weren't prepared. You gave everybody a lot of different information, some of it right, some of it wrong. Now everybody has their own opinion, and that's a doctor and an expert on COVID.
A mayor or a city manager or somebody that's responsible for making decisions for a business, they're not facing these decisions as to how to tackle a pandemic. They just have to make decisions in the fallout of it, and there's a lot of no-win decisions that are going to have to be made over, how much do we want to show that we're taking care of our employees and our customers versus how much do we not want to scare or offend our customers by going quote unquote overboard with the personal protection. And it's just a shame that some of this country are so reactionary to anything revolving around this virus and people trying to protect themselves with it, that a lot of bad decisions have to be made like this, where it seems like a no-brainer. Just wear a mask, and even if it's not doing anything, it's making people feel better at the very least, right?
Yes.
But we can't even have that much. We can't even just have a little bit of peace of mind that, a mask doesn't
have nice things.
Yeah.
Well, no. Part of this mask and gloves and all this stuff, I understand that it might do very little. The idea of the primary use for the mask is so that somebody infected and walking around sick with this but not showing symptoms isn't further spreading the disease. That is still the primary use for it. And but that doesn't mean that there isn't some benefit to everyone else wearing a mask. And part of it's just solidarity, that we're all in this together. I'm doing my part. I'm not sick. I don't show any symptoms. I'm going to wear a mask anyways. It makes you feel better, makes me feel better. Hey, we're going to defeat this together. We'll get through it.
Yeah, we've been wearing masks now in Michigan for what, 3 weeks? I'm still in the mode every time. I'm like, this is weird, but it's necessary. It still feels weird, but yeah, I'm all for, living, staying above ground.
It feels weird, but it does. I mean, I don't understand why it feels like threatening in some way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's. I'm telling you, it's a byproduct of this issue becoming a politicized issue, and the minute you add politics in, we have become so inflexible in the last 10 years in this country to where I can't be friends with you because we disagreed about something on social media about politics. So fuck you. You're a horrible human being. And it's like, if people are willing to write off entire family members because they have one political opinion that you don't like, then yeah, I can't. Of course, we're in this situation now. We're fucking idiots, is what it is, and we need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, Trump himself has tied this to the coronavirus to his presidency because
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything's about him.
About him, yeah.
But just this idea that anybody that is reporting about deaths is reporting about anything that he considers trying to scare people. They're just trying to do this because they don't want him to be president anymore. They want coronavirus to be bad because they want it to be bad for his president, for his re-election opportunities.
That's it. They've unleashed a global pandemic because they don't like you. Think about that, Donnie. Think about that. That's some high level narcissistic shit.
Well, not that they released it because of him, but that people are either. The argument is either it was downplayed at the beginning by, like China, in order to make sure that it hit the U.S. as hard as possible, and that it was then overplayed in its dangerousness in order to make it look like Trump was handling this in the worst possible way.
Yeah, all those people in New York and Detroit just dropped dead to show Trump. We'll show him. We'll die.
It's interesting that he's even laying this heavily on the blame game while we're still dealing with this.
Yeah.
It's like, how's that homework coming along, Junior? Oh, homework's great. I'm going to ace this test. By the way, my dog already ate it.
All those
just in case this doesn't go right, my dog ate the homework. But I'm going to ace this test. I'm going to come. It's going to be a perfect score. Your head will spin. My score is going to be so great, but my dog already ate it.
All those people in New Jersey, I hate Trump so much, I'm going to die.
It really is amazing.
He's not my president, literally, huh?
Yeah, I'll show him. I'm going to fucking die. Then we'll see.
Basically anything. If you're paranoid and narcissistic enough, you can pretty much turn anything into a conspiracy theory that revolves around you. That's what I've learned from the Trump presidency.
Wait, hold on. There you go.
And let's lay some blame on Pence too, right? Because he was the one that went into a hospital where everyone was wearing a mask everywhere he looked.
And it tried to be like, what?
And he was the exception, right? He didn't have to wear a mask.
I still don't understand what the fucking point of that was.
I don't get it either, but it was. There were stories about how apparently there are people from Mike Pence's team that were going after, threatening the journalist who took the picture and was reporting about him being in Mayo Clinic without a mask, and then they had all kinds of excuses for, well, nobody told me that I had to wear a mask.
Or he gets tested all the time. That was another one.
I wanted to look people in the eye, which she doesn't know where eyes are located, but okay. Yeah. And then finally, today, like a week later, he comes out with a public apology. He says, I didn't think it was necessary, but I should have worn a mask at the Mayo Clinic.
The CDC is still telling us to wear them when we go outside, asshole.
So, fuck you, Mike. This is how they play it. Like, this is how they get both sides of it.
How about
they get to eventually look sane, right? So they can still appeal to some possible swing voters and say, oh no, look, it was just an honest mistake. But meanwhile, everybody else got the clear message that masks are bad and you're a pussy and an America hater if you're wearing them.
How about this? If I walk into a hospital and I'm looking at doctors and nurses who are dealing firsthand with COVID cases, and they're going, put on a mask, and they're wearing a mask, I'm taking my cue from them.
Hey.
Okay? I don't give
wears a mask,
fuck.
I wear a mask.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like Panther eat pizza, we eat pizza.
I mean, I didn't even think about that. That's probably where some of this is coming from. Like, oh yeah, don't be a pussy and wear a mask. What are you, a woman? Yes. I'm a woman because I don't want to drown in my own fucking fluid.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a straight bitch.
I'll be a woman who lives to see my next birthday. Fuck you.
You know what's really funny to me? Being working at a casino for so many years, a lot of Asians would come in wearing those masks.
Sure.
Not because they were sick, not because COVID or anything. This is years ago. But they just hated the smell of smoke. So they would wear masks to cover their nose and their mouth so they didn't have to inhale smoke.
Yep. Yeah, they're not used to inhaling it in public places.
Right. So it just cracks me up now that everybody is wearing them.
Oh, I've said
that's something that came out of China. That's hilarious.
I've said to a few people, I'm like, brave new world we live in. I would tell you what, 6 months ago, I didn't think we'd all be walking around looking like Michael Jackson, but here we are. Like wearing gloves, wearing masks.
Yeah,
but
walking in a grocery store looking like Sub-Zero.
I mean,
throwing my chain at the Johnsonville Brats. Get over here!
Yeah. I'm kind of into it. I think it's a good look in general. You know, people get to accessorize. It's another statement that they get to make.
Well, no, what it looked like, it looks like half of those fucking retarded Snapchat filters have come to life, where everyone puts the fucking masks on.
Oh yeah,
now everyone can wear them for real.
Well, Scott's mom made a bunch of masks, and she made one for me, and it's like, it says Star Wars on it.
Yeah, nice.
I'm like, even in the time of a pandemic, the nerdiness is strong with this one.
You can get licensed NFL face masks. You can get like a straight up.
I have 2 Lions face masks.
Of course you do.
I do. That's not bullshit.
I totally believe it.
Yeah.
And you probably had them long before this.
Yeah.
No, but I'll send a picture to you. I do. I have 2 of them. My wife got them for me.
Disney was quick to jump on it. They've got a whole line of Disney branded face masks.
Oh, geez. If they branded fruit for the Force Awakens, there was Disney fruit.
What?
In bags. And all they had to do with Star Wars is they had a picture of BB-8 or whatever the fuck the new droid was. on the netting, the bag, the fucking like apples and shit came in, and I'm like, Disney apples or what? Really? Okay.
These are BB-8 grapes.
They'll brand anything. I felt bad for Jimi Hendrix because years ago I signed up and I got a catalog of like, you know, the Experience Hendrix. That's the company that his family started when they won the legal rights to his catalog back and his likeness. And I'm flipping through and I see a Jimi Hendrix toilet seat, and I said, must we really shit and piss on Hendrix? Like literally shit and piss on Hendrix? Like really? Who wants a fucking Jimi Hendrix toilet seat? Well,
yeah. Well, remember,
people like to rock.
I can't. I just can't see people that would, you know, buy something because of the likeness. I mean, you'd put initials or something on a guitar, and people are like, "Oh, I gotta have it." That would never happen.
Oh, see, he's talking shit.
He's trying to, but he don't know enough about fucking musical instruments to talk shit. So I'm just going to let him run with it. Yeah. Let him think he's doing something.
No. Because
what's the most successful signature guitar? If you want to fucking be a smartass about it, it's real simple. I guarantee you, if without even thinking hard, Aaron and Chris can name it.
Les Paul.
But there you go.
There you go.
What? That's not the one I bought, by the way.
Yeah, we know. Stop trying to work in a brag about your fucking buying shit for other people.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Can't do it.
Oh, masks. Mike Pence didn't wear one.
And the branding of them.
Yeah.
And yeah,
the Hendrix name was put on like just about everything. There's nothing that remember when Drew and Mike would call and talk to
Al
Hendrix's dad, Al Hendrix. Yeah.
Hey, I love Al. I love the man. I love the wah. The Jimi Hendrix wah is the best. It's. I love it. It's got the adjustable filter. It's got the volume boost. It's my favorite wah. But face masks.
Well, no, because that's what I was going to say. Like, I'm starting to see people like walking around with like color matching face mask and outfits. It's more in the hood, but I mean, you know how you got the guys that like when they put outfits on, they'll wear sports teams that they don't even like because the colors match. Now they're matching their masks to their to their outfits.
It does give the brothers another thing to color coordinate.
Just another thing to show us white boys how sloppy we are.
No, I'm waiting.
If you're not going to make it a fashion trend, it's not going to stick. So I'm all for all this shit. Like
Air Jordan mask or bust.
Motherfuckers are gonna start getting shot over Nike masks and shit.
You joke.
I got the Reebok pump mask.
What does it blow your nose up like you're one of those plague doctors masks or something like that? Like.
No, it pumps it away from your face so you can still breathe, but yet stay protected.
Unregimented. ChristopherMedia.net.
Progressive presents an interview with your upstairs neighbor.
Hi, I'm Tia. The upstairs-downstairs neighbor dynamic is so special. We have our own language. Like when I scream at my mom on the phone, the people downstairs bang on the ceiling to show their support. The nighttime's the best time to rearrange furniture. I call it midnight feng shui. And if I sleep through my alarm in the morning, they bang on my door to wake me. So thoughtful.
Progressive can't save you from your upstairs neighbor, but we can save you money when you bundle renters and auto insurance with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Reinvent yourself at UCLA Extension. Explore continuing education programs to enhance and expand your skill set. Gain real-world skills taught by industry experts that you can apply immediately. Learn from anywhere and choose from a wide variety of online courses in entertainment, digital technology, business, engineering, and more. Winter quarter begins January 4th. Learn more at uclaextension.edu.
ChristopherMedia.net. Unregimented.
I don't know, man, but all this talk about masks this episode, we need to name this episode Mask Off. Or if just Molly Percocet and see if anyone gets it. And nobody gets it. All right. So wonderful. Yeah. Not a big Future fan, I guess. Okay. All right.
We're old.
One of the few newer hip hop songs I like is called "Mask Off," and it starts off just Percocet, Molly Percocet, fuck it, mask off, mask on, mask on, and it's a running joke with me and my friends. Like,
yeah, you work with young people, you know these things.
Yes, unfortunately. But anywho,
this song,
man, with just the end of this, man, I'm just telling you guys, you can argue the essentials all you want, and the ins and outs of what happened and the fallout and all that. What's it going to take for people to finally realize the revolt needs to happen?
What?
Let the Wi-Fi go out.
Yeah.
No shit.
Burn down all the... Cut down all the cell phone towers. You'll see real quick how quick a revolt will start.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Last time I was on here, I said, Trump was that's our last stand. That's our Custer's last hoorah. Hi, this is where we're at.
Trump is your last stand in your mind.
Shit, I didn't put him into office.
You voted for the motherfucker.
Yeah,
yes, you did. You literally voted for him to go into office. You did put him in office, motherfucker.
So did a lot of other motherfuckers. It wasn't just me. I wasn't like,
I'm not blaming.
Go sit in that chair. You're it.
You're the only one of the four of us who voted for him.
The American people.
You did this. You are the representative for everybody else. You are taking the blame for no.
The American people, me included, said this is the length we'll go to stop this shit in Washington, D.C. Get a grip. Work for us. Pandemic? No, we're not going to work for you. The Democrats throw up Uncle Joe as their fucking nominee. Yeah, you're not getting it. I'm telling you, dude.
So who do you want?
It's not a joke anymore.
Are you over Trump now because you see that nothing changes?
Oh no! He's getting 4 more years, and that has nothing to do with me. I'm not voting.
Look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have no hope that Biden's going to win.
There's no fucking way, dude. This pedophile touching, breathing in motherfucker. No way, dude.
It's not even all that. Fucking Trump's proved you could be all that and still fucking get elected president.
Trump wasn't a pedophile. Trump grabbing women.
That motherfucker is on tape, dancing, coked out of his mind with Jeffrey Epstein. Are you kidding me?
All right, he might be.
What do you think he was there for? The stimulating conversation with 14-year-old bitches? Come on now.
It was catered by R. Kelly. Shut up. All right.
Like, literally, dude. Come on, man. Like, so I'm asking you over your Trump shit.
It's not that I'm over my Trump shit. No, I'm not over it. I'm actually more pissed off than I was before. This was America saying, this is the length we'll go.
Yeah, and what happened?
And then the government turned around and was like, oh yeah? Well, here's a pandemic and good luck.
Wait, whoa. Let's dissect what you just said. The government said, here's a pandemic.
So, wait. Are you one of those motherfuckers that think they did this on purpose to fuck Trump?
No, I do not think they did this on purpose, but I think they're fucking retarded. The entire fucking government.
But they said, here's a pandemic.
They're fucking retarded. And they never fucking learn. They had warning on Pearl Harbor. They did nothing. They had warning on 9/11. They did nothing. They had warning on COVID. They've done nothing. Fuck this government.
It's called arrogance, dude. You're the top fucking dog. You think it can't happen to you.
It is called greed. Has nothing to do with arrogance.
It absolutely has to do with arrogance. And yes, greed does.
534 of those motherfuckers are sitting in Washington going, well, if it comes here, I ain't going to get me. I don't give a fuck.
Look,
I know what to do.
Look, there's a whole lot of reasons governments are incompetent. You can't just put it down to one fucking reason and go, we're good. It don't work that way, dude. Come on, man. Don't fucking... You ain't in 3rd grade. You understand how the world works. There's no one reason for any fucking thing.
No, I totally agree with you.
And yes, I agree with you. We weren't prepared. And like I said, after all the shit we've heard for the last 20 years, every time H1N1, swine flu, whatever the fuck, and this is how ill-prepared we were, we're some fuck-ups. And by the way, it's the illusion of control. The government ain't got a handle on this shit. They're not. What did Fauci say? You're not going to dictate when we're done with this. The virus will dictate when it's done with us. When we can go back out and open the country back up 100% back to full strength. Yeah. This isn't because of anything we can do to stop it. It's got to run its course. It's got to work its way through shit.
We could have.
Well, I don't know. New Zealand's saying their politicians are saying they don't have it anymore in New Zealand. So who knows? Maybe I don't.
Well,
I find that hard to believe.
It didn't start here. We could have vetted people, tested people, came up with all of this shit beforehand, and anybody coming into the country, whether you're a citizen or not, you're getting tested, or you're not coming. And if you have it, you go back.
What? If we did that, we'd have, like, everyone would be on opposite sides of it. We'd have a complete 180 on our political stance on COVID.
Yeah.
Like, if we tried to stop people from coming in here and using COVID, I mean, Trump did. He just did it way too late and ineffectually.
Look, I have no problem. If you are not an American citizen and you test positive, bye-bye. Sorry, the vacancy sign has no in front of it.
Yeah.
We are dealing with our shit at the moment. We will put you on a list and get back if you survive this shit.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Statue of Liberty has a fucking mask on. We're fucked.
I totally understand that. And yeah, why? But I also understand that at the time when people start saying, well, let's start testing people from other countries who are trying to come here. That's racist. You can't do that. Well, is it really racist? Is it worth all the deaths?
Well, I mean, the only way you make it not racist is just by having a policy in place in the first place, right? Not saying
preparation.
If you just come from China, you have to test. Just saying, hey, everybody who's coming into this country has to have a test for this.
And that's what we should have been doing at that point. Yeah. And nothing personal. If you're an American citizen, the only difference is we're going to let you back in. You can come in. You live here. If you know what I'm saying, you have a residence, whatever. You were out of the country on business. Okay, fine. You're coming here on a student visa. Sorry, buddy. Schools are closed anyways. Try again in 6 months.
You guys know where I'm at on this. I don't think they should have been allowing domestic travel. So I'm probably not the best audience on this one.
I'm right there with you.
I'm just saying, we can argue the fallout till the cows come home and how people got stupid and tried to re-educate themselves and all. We could do that forever. Bottom line is, one more again, your government fucked it up. It's happened throughout history, and I do have a BA in history, so I could do this all day. They, once again, fucked up.
Wait, are you saying the government was incompetent? No.
I'm right there with you. The problem being, though, with something like this, where can you point to the government that didn't fuck it up? Where in the world was the proper...
Because the argument I'll make for New Zealand is what I've been saying with Washington. That's cool and all, but half of New Zealand is nothing.
It's empty, yes.
New Zealand's not a big enough sample size to matter.
Yeah.
Well, this is the American in me, Aaron. I don't give a shit what other countries didn't do. I only care about my own.
I hear you.
And as evident as I, almost could have bet you they would have done, they fucked up. They weren't prepared. They never are. That shit costs money. It takes money away from them. They ain't gonna have it. And it goes back to Rich's point. The illusion of control. No, we're big and bad. We're America. Yeah, he ain't fucking with us like that. Well, now they're fucking with you. Now what?
Well, to me, that's also part of the problem here. I mean, the fact that you believe that you contracted and went through, and the virus went through you twice means that it's able to mutate. And if that's the case, then you know what? We're just going to have to accept. We have to accept there's going to be losses. You might as well just open the country back up because we can't stay in lockdown forever. And if it's a virus that's going to mutate until we get a one-shot guaranteed cure, if we stay in lockdown for a year, 18 months, this country will fucking really shut down. I mean, really shut down. Folks don't realize that you have farmers throwing away tons and tons and tons of produce, animals dying without being slaughtered, not going to the meat processing plants, none of that shit. Yeah, you don't see the shortage now, but it's coming.
Almost definitely.
It's already started. Costco is. There was a story in the paper today saying that they're limiting meat purchases.
Yeah, because that's the next thing for it to be a big run on.
Right, and that's Rich and I were talking about that last night on our pizzas. I'm looking for a Philly cheesesteak calzone, and I got some cheese, a couple of peppers, some onion, maybe 4 pieces of steak, and a big-ass calzone. I'm like, what the hell?
Welcome to when it's $10 a pound.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You better... Now, I want extra. Oh, that's going to be $5?
Now, in fear of sounding like a broken record, I'm going to say it one more time again, and this is about all I can tell you. It's going to come a time, it has to come a time, when everybody gets together and stops talking red, white, and blue, and left and right and center, and just says, you know what? It's us against them, and damn it can't be us anymore. It has to come a time.
Man, you want to get all Les Mis on everybody?
I what?
Never mind. That's way too non-hetero for you to understand.
I was going to say, I don't even get that one.
It's about the French Revolution. Come on, man.
No, what about the French Revolution?
I said you're going to get all Les Mis on everybody?
Right. You know what? I'm going to get all Boston Tea Party on a motherfucker. All right? That's where I'm at.
And do what, motherfucker? Run for 10 feet and be out of breath? You ain't doing shit. Don't you understand? How many assault weapons you own to take on the government here, Rambo? That's what I thought. Yeah, exactly.
You know, the funny part about all of that is you don't need one single bullet to take this government on. Well, you know what you need to do? You and everybody in this fucking country, every single person in this country needs to stay at home. Sit down and watch TV.
Oh, there's been rumblings about that. AOC said something about that. now would be the perfect time for the quote-unquote essential workers who are considered low-skill workers and all this shit to go, we're not going into work.
Okay,
if we're essential, it's time you start paying us like it. And I'm like...
You paying my mortgage, AOC?
Exactly. I'm like, so you just want everybody to be fucking poor and living on the street. Gotcha. Okay.
You paying the electric company for me, AOC? I mean, that's a great idea. That's a great idea from somebody who makes like $200,000 a year. For someone who's not worrying about money right now, that's a great idea.
Well, I'll tell you, that's my idea, and I ain't making close to that. And I've gotten COVID twice.
I think she makes like one. Either way, when she got that gig, she stepped up into a new tax bracket, and it's great to have these ideas when you don't have to worry about paying the bills anymore.
Yeah, exactly. If she was still AOC the bartender.
Yeah. She should have a little different. She would sing a little different tune.
Living off of tips.
No, I'm
not working because bars are closed.
If all the small business, if all of the people, if everything stays closed, everybody stays home, sits, does nothing but watches TV. That's a revolution. And that's a revolution that's going to hurt them. You could go shoot everybody in Congress, and that's not going to hurt them.
That's flying the plane into the mountain. Is that a revolution?
No, that's not flying a plane into a mountain. Are you kidding me?
Economically, yes, it is.
Dude, I'm telling you, the only way to hurt this government
everyone
is
talks about it. Everyone talks about it. We do not want the stock market or the banks to collapse. Everyone, that would be the day. No, it fucking wouldn't, dude. Everyone talks about it. If that shit happened, dude, take the pictures you saw from the Great Depression and multiply them by a fucking 100, because that's what would happen. Everyone talks a good game with that shit. We do not want that shit to happen.
No, here's the problem. That's when you're going to need your guns. Is to protect yourself from your fucking neighbor, not the government.
My wife has a great line on this one. The government starts rolling down the street in tanks. What's your assault weapon going to do?
The government, what are they going to do? Force me to go to work? Have we turned into fucking Germany?
I'm just saying, like, what you're talking about, you're talking about total economic collapse. What
I'm telling you is to hurt them the only way you can.
I'm saying that's what would happen. Well, that's what would happen.
Dude.
No. Again,
You're
we're going, hey, we'll show you. We'll fuck we're back to, hey, we'll show you. We'll fuck ourselves.
No, dude, you're arguing something I'm not even thinking of. You're telling me to grab my gun and go march the fucking hill. No,
I'm telling
my fat ass at home with everybody else.
And I'm telling you what would happen is a total economic collapse that would fuck all of us. That's it. We'd fuck ourselves over. Yeah, we showed you. We fucked ourselves. That's what would happen. Everything would come to a screeching halt.
You're right.
The bottom would fall out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd fuck ourselves over in the process.
We're going to get fucked over anyway, Chris.
Gotcha. Okay. And this conversation's done.
No, you've got to be kidding me that you don't see this. When this all passes, when Corona's cured and it's a forgone memory that we're going to tell our grandchildren. You don't think we're going to be paying for this?
Oh, we're going to be paying this for a
while.
while.
You think the people in Washington are going to pay for this? Fuck no. The gas prices, we're already talking about the meat prices. The cable bill's going to go up. Your electric bill's going to go through the fucking roof. Try to go to a fucking game. I dare you.
I just filled up for $14. What about gas prices?
Do what?
I just filled up my tank for $14. What do you mean? What are you talking about, gas prices?
In the middle of a pandemic where nobody's going anywhere. I said when this is a foregone memory, when you're about to tell your grandkids, we are going to be paying for this.
Yeah.
We're getting fucked either way, Chris.
Well, define fucked.
You're going to pay for this one way or the other.
Okay.
Pick your way.
So, I mean, they're going to keep taking money out of my paycheck like they do now?
I quit.
Well,
your taxes aren't just going to go up, Chris. Everything you're going to pay for is going to go up. And your salary isn't, sir.
Welcome to the last 50 years.
Yeah. But this
You're just now realizing this is happening? This has been going on since the late 60s.
This is all done, and we get back on this fucking podcast, and I'm going to go and I'm going to laugh my ass off at you because I told you this is coming. That's my job.
Whoa. You ain't going to be able to come on the podcast because you ain't going to be able to afford internet.
Yeah.
Because gas is going to be $20 a gallon.
I'm rich like a motherfucker. Shit.
Yeah, okay. The only thing rich about you is the bullshit you spew. That's it.
I'm just saying, if you guys can't see that one way or another we're going to get fucked and we're going to pay for this, there's something wrong with you.
Okay, Liam Gallagher, but starting a revolution from your bed ain't going to help either.
Well, so sitting here doing nothing ain't going to help.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm out contributing to society. What are you doing? Sitting home being sick. Corona boy.
I have to go back to work tomorrow. I have to service.
So far, we've had to pay for you to sit at home for 21 days. By my count.
No, the company has.
Yeah, where do you think the company's getting their funding from? Federal.
Hey, you're not allowed to talk about this. You're not getting fucked, remember?
Actually, I'm getting the complete opposite of fucked, but we'll talk about that off the air. So, that it? We want to hit anything else, gentlemen?
No, now that I know that yeah, we're gonna start a revolution just by watching Ozark. Apparently, yeah. I mean, I'm lazy. I would like to start a revolution by doing nothing, but anyway, sorry.
Do you guys? Before we go, do you guys have any other option? Are you guys just going to sit back and pay for it the old-fashioned way,
dude? Okay, yes. First of all,
yeah?
hold on. You're sitting here making a lot of assumptions about what's going to happen, how it's going to happen. We're not even through it yet. Can we fucking get through it before we start with the bullshit, please? This is what I'm talking about. This type of saber-rattling, fucking armchair fucking generaling is bullshit, and it gets people worked up and gets idiots out there at the fucking Capitol and gets the shit that we got going on. Look, if your revolution idea is a good one, it'll be a good one on the other side of this when we do start getting price gouged, if and when that happens. Right now ain't the fucking time. Like, literally, it's not. People are barely holding on to the companies they own. I know. I'm very hesitant to even speak on this. I know people who are opening legally because they have no choice, because they are an independent business person. If their shop is shut down, they have nothing coming in, and the government ain't fucking handing them a handout. All right, there's your resistance, there's your pushback, and I think that's more than enough right now. We don't need to fucking tempt fate by trying to blow up the fucking system in the middle of the system trying to tear itself down, because we don't have anything to. Once again, you're not offering any solutions. You're just opening the door to more problems. Okay, you win. You get your. Okay. And where do you start? Who's in charge? You don't even have the logistics of the situation worked out.
No, I do, actually.
Well, you just asked 2 questions. We're waiting for answers.
Who's in charge? The lobbyists.
No, in your new perfect utopia.
We have nothing more to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Not now. Who's in charge in this new government after you overthrow the old one? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Sanders.
And scene.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm being fucked with here. Okay, all right.
That's my answer to that.
Hold on a second. Let me smoke some weed. I was taking the conversation seriously. I'll get slack-eyed and silly and then be with you in a second.
Here's my answer, dude. I don't have all the answers. You're absolutely right, but I can tell you this: the same old ain't gonna work. We're gonna get fucked either way.
Look, man, I get it. I've said on this very program, wheel out the guillotines. Like, you start chopping heads off. That first politician, he's going to set the tone for the rest of them. Thunk. Next. Oh, no, hold on a sec. No. I get it now. Oh, you do? Oh, okay. All right. Stop your bullshit. But it's a fantasy, dude. It ain't reality. We're not built for this anymore. We're not built for this. The amount of fucking people, the amount of rednecks with guns who are built for this aren't enough to fucking overthrow anything.
Here's my problem, Rich. We are built for this. We did that. We cut Hillary Clinton out. Cut her head right off. Put Trump in. Said, ha-ha. Now what, bitches?
And it's been, what? Sweetness and light and
no,
whiskers on kittens since then?
Dude, they found a way around it. Trump, the president, in and of himself, is not the problem. That office is just an office. That's it. You have rich, greedy people in Congress that take money from lobbyists and make fucking laws by people who pay them to, not for the people who are voting for them.
Well,
and until that's not allowed, dude, you're not going to get a country that cares about you. You're gonna get a country that fucks you in the name of money.
Well, that's something we've talked about a million times in this program. Now you're also talking about taking money out of politics, and that's just the way our current system is set up. That ain't happening.
So just accept it. Now shut up.
Pretty much know what I do, and I just pay my taxes.
The problem is that I feel that there's people that try to take advantage of situations like this. Anytime that there's a bump in the road, whatever, they try to, it's time for a revolution. This really ain't the time for your bullshit. Shh. If you really want to revolt, the opportunity will be there when this is over with. Okay? Because the last fucking thing we need is hospitals full of fucking people fighting in the fucking streets, because that's what's going to fucking happen. We already see it. You can't have any type of political gathering without the extremes from both sides coming out to make themselves heard. And that's the people that are going to be down for this because they're stupid. And do we really need to tax our medical system with people getting the shit beat out of them in the street?
No,
people
I
get
think
shot by rubber bullets because riot cops out there doing their job.
Unlike the news reporting today, unlike our government at every level, I think people need to go out and talk to people and tell them the fucking truth. Look, this is not going to work. We're going to revolt. This is how we're going to do it. This is what's going to happen. Yes, at first this is going to suck because you're going to lose this, this, and this, and this. But we're going to get it all back and then some. You tell them the honest to God's truth. You don't sugarcoat it. You don't say, you're going to get all the life of luxury and you're going to be Scrooge McDuck after this is over. Because then the first thing that goes, like a cell phone bill or something, you're going to be fucked. You tell them the truth. It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. It's going to hurt. But on the other side, we're going to make it right for everybody.
Yeah.
We the people, by the people, for the people. Yeah.
I've yet to meet the motherfucker who can inspire people to revolt.
Dude,
knowing all that.
What do you need? This is affected and will continue to affect everybody except the 1%, top 1% in this country.
How? Because it's some kind we never really dissected either from way back when this all started. How do you think rich people and celebrities are immune from this? They don't have immune systems?
No, dude. Not just the coronavirus in and of itself. I'm talking financially. In their lives.
Okay, regarding you're starting to stray. You're starting to stray all over the map here.
What?
No, are you?
We got to wrap this up.
Are you telling me rich people don't get exceptions to the rule? One of the deadliest viruses in the world, one of the deadliest things ever, was AIDS. Magic Johnson had it way back, a long time ago, when everybody got it was a death sentence. That motherfucker is healthier than I am today.
Well, what about Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, but he's not American.
Really? Okay.
We're done. AIDS is nationalist.
Yes.
White nationalist.
That's it.
Go kill that mustachioed faggot over there in England. I don't want to. Tired of that shit. Get the fuck out of here. All right, man. Come on. We gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, man. All right.
I've proved my calling. I'm calling it. We're fucked either way.
Oh, shit.
Hold on, I gotta catch my breath.
Right. Which is very short due to coronavirus.
I know, right? All right, so this is why I remind you we're on Twitter and on Regimented Pod, Instagram at Regimented. You can always email us on regimented@christophermedia.net. Go there, hit the PayPal button, hit the Amazon banner if you want to help us out without spending any extra cash. Then iHeartRadio app, Spreaker.com, Spotify, Stitcher, ChristopherMedia.net, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to a podcast. That's where you can listen to us. Thank you for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
See ya.
Later, guys.
Peace out, y'all.
Unregimented. ChristopherMedia.net.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
Okay, so, did you see that game the other day? The refs, right? I mean, come on. They were totally out to get us. That always happens to our team. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Discovery Plus is the greatest collection of real-life entertainment on the planet. 55,000 episodes from networks like TLC, HGTV, and tons more. Woohoo! Discovery Plus. Stream now. Stream what you love.
ChristopherMedia.net. If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for listening, and thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.